Democratic senators are expressing alarm and surprise at new polling data showing President Biden trailing former President Trump in 5 battleground states, creating a political headwind for the party's Senate candidates running in the same states. Democrats are worried about what Biden's weak poll numbers say about his electability in 2024. But they insist he will be the party's nominee barring any major unexpected developments. But they also acknowledge that Biden's age is clearly an issue for many voters. I hear great praise for what he has done, how successful he has been in foreign policy and in countering extremism at home. From what I hear, he's doing everything right, but there is still a lingering concern about electability, said Sen. Richard Blumenthal, noting that 77-year-old Trump is not much younger than Biden. Blumenthal added, "The question about the surveys concerns people. Senate Democrats say Biden needs to come up with a stronger, progressive political message to mobilize young voters. He's now essentially tied with Trump among voters ages 18-29. In 2020, Biden won this group with 60% of the votes, while Trump received only 36%. I think the president needs to send a stronger message. And there are issues in our democracy, like increasing dark money corruption, and in our environment, like increasingly chaotic climate issues, that deserve a real combative stance," said Senator Sheldon Whitehouse. "It's useless go to young people who really understand what's going on with climate and tell them, we passed the Inflation Reduction Act," he said, referring historic new bill Biden signed last year. Investments in renewable energy technologies, this was my name. You need to have a stronger message and get it out there. It's odd. No doubt, Whitehouse said when asked about polls showing Biden will lose presidential race against Trump, despite the more than 90 felony charges former president faces. Democratic lawmakers hope Biden can turn around his presidential campaign by getting voters to focus on his accomplishments and Trump's flaws. We have work to do, said Sen. Martin Heinrich, arguing that Biden has a great story that hasn't been told yet. And that's what the campaigns are about. Senate Democrat Dick Durbin complained that Trump was politically bulletproof when it came to GOP voters. I wish Joe Biden's numbers were better. But with a year left until the election, I think we have a lot of good stories to tell, he said. Durbin argued that voters have not yet looked closely enough at the presidential race and that they may view Biden more favorably as the election approaches. People don't focus on the fact that it's going to be a choice between two people. And that makes a big difference in whether and how they decide, he said. Many Democratic lawmakers had assumed Trump's poll numbers with independent and undecided voters would increase because of the criminal charges against the state and him.